Hey everybody, it's Randall. Just let me adjust the camera there. So today we're talking about Karen Silkwood with what's going on in Washington with the GOP and Donald Trump demanding that the whistleblower be exposed. We seriously need to talk about Karen Silkwood. For those of you who haven't heard of Karen Silkwood, she was a union head for a chemical company called Kerr McGee. Um, She was also a union head. She was union head for the Oil, Chemical, and Atomic Workers Union. Now, she discovered at Kerr McGee several work violations. Employees were getting sick, contamination, and in 1974, she testifies before the Atomic Energy Commission. Big deal back in the day. And she was testifying about the work conditions. She was a whistleblower. Now, she ended up herself suffering contamination from her job. Officials at Kerr McGee insisted that she did it on her own. She purposely got herself sick. That was their whole defense. Also, in 1974, Karen Silkwood, she makes contact with a writer at the New York Times. She's going to go public about what's going on at Kerr McGee. Now, if you know the story, you know how this ends. Silkwood never makes her meeting. She had an accident. Yeah. Now, evidence showed that her car was rammed from behind and forced off the road. She goes into a culvert. She gets into an accident. She dies. By the way, she was 26 years old when this happens. Dead at 26. See, there's a reason why whistleblowers are allowed to remain anonymous. Because these people know the risk that they're taking. They know the risks they're taking with their lives, with the lives of their family and loved ones and friends. There is no conspiracy going on here. No matter how much the likes of Jim Jordan, Donald Trump, or the unofficial state media known as Fox News is trying to spin it, there just is no conspiracy going on here. A whistleblower, especially one pointing out possible illegal activities by a sitting U.S. president, needs the protection to remain anonymous. Daniel Ellsberg was branded a criminal by the Nixon administration simply for releasing the Pentagon Papers and exposing what was going on in Vietnam. The fact that we kept sending military men over there, young boys over there, in a fight, in a war we knew we couldn't win, despite what presidents were telling the public beforehand. Daniel Ellsberg, for exposing this, was declared a criminal by the Nixon administration, who sued the New York Times and also the Washington Post for printing parts of the Pentagon Papers. The Nixon administration's whole argument was that when it comes to certain acts by U.S. governments, the press is not allowed to report on it. Let that sink in. The Nixon administration once argued that the freedom of the press ends when the U.S. government engages in certain activities that it deems are national security. Now, no matter what side of the political aisle you sit on, you have to remember that whistleblowers are protected for a reason. They are protected because the entities that they are taking on have the power to either destroy their lives or, like Karen Silkwood, end their lives. Now, the U.S. government didn't try to murder Daniel Ellsberg. They tried to destroy his credibility. Let's put it another way. Let's maybe help this hit home for you a little bit better. You work for Company X and you realize Company X is violating multiple laws by putting out a product that is going to kill people. They know these safety flaws exist and they are choosing to ignore them. In fact, they are going out of their way to bribe safety officials to release these products and deem them safe for public consumption. You know all this is going on. You decide to blow the whistle. But you know that Company X has the power to mute you. You know that company X has friends in high places. And when I say friends in high places, I mean people who have the unlisted phone number of God Himself. Now, think about this. Just think about this for a second. You decide to blow the whistle, but you know the power that company X has. Are you afraid for yourself, your friends, your family? Think about that the next time. The next time you read an article that calls this whistleblower a coward and you click like or share. The real cowards are taking to Twitter to call out this person. The real cowards are violating national security by bringing recording to devices into top secret hearings and to places like a skiff. Those are the real cowards. That's all. Have a good night and a better tomorrow.